Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Producer AB, do you read?
I thought you said we were playing the Instagram ad and then going to Get Technical.
What's up, YouTube? This is Neil Hamilton from Benzinga's Get Technical. Welcome to the show today. How do you guys want to do it? Producer AB is in trouble right now. He's getting yelled at by Jason. You all got a little behind the scenes right there. What's up, Manny? What's up, Cameron? Refined Warrior, welcome as always to the live stream. Producer AB looking a little dejected backstage, but that's how it goes when the Razman yells at you. We are looking for sectors with straight. Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay.
All right, we'll get through it together. Let me know if you want to talk tonight. All right, man. I want to look at coal today. Y'all give me your picks, but I want to check out a couple coal stocks and see what's going on because it is emerging over the past couple days to a week as a strong sector, and I want to get ahead of it. Coal. We're on oil before, but now we're talking about coal. 500 ETF. But I want to get into coal, and then I want to talk about telecom. All right, guys? Phil Hall. Guys, today, guys, get this. Today, guys, I'm gonna eat a cheeseburger, and then I'm gonna give $100 to Aaron Bree, and then I'm gonna ask him to give it back to me after the video ends. All right, guys, so hit that like and subscribe. That was Mr. Beast. If you know, you know. If you don't know, sorry that you had to listen to that. Papa, I think I have the black lung. All right, so let's look at some coal stocks. All right, this is not what's trending. So producer AB is going to be mad at me because we're not titling the YouTube video a trending topic, but that's a good thing for traders. This means everyone's not already in the know about this. So coking, which I don't know what that means, but coking coal is apparently happening. And you can see it right here. You can already see it. Isn't this where we want to be, producer AB? Should we be talking about stocks that are going to optimize this show for SEO?
Yeah, 100%. SEO stands for search engine optimization.
Which is not what we're going to do today. We're going to so I don't know, maybe if you titled the video how to find good stocks before other people. Call it that. Seriously, get that down, retitle the video. How to find good stocks before other people. All right. Yeah, or just title the video Elon. The flip side is we just title the video Elon Musk Grimes Dogecoin, and then to
Tesla.
the moon. Tesla to the moon. But no, how to find good stock before other people is good. So coking coal, which I don't know what that means. If anyone's watching right now, either live or on your lazy boy afterward, put it on a comment, put it in chat. What is coking coal? I don't know what that is. Is that what you shovel into the train? It's hot. Now's the time. So we're looking at it. So we're looking at this bad boy right here. This is at Suncoke Energy Inc. SXC is the ticker. Let me get a young watermark on this thing so you guys can all see it. Settings. Let's do template. Show settings. Okay. Didn't do it. One more time. The watermark is going to put the ticker in the background so you guys can all see it. Appearance, watermark. Boom. There you go. SXC. Suncoke. Double bottom. I'm going to turn off my pivot points for right now, and we're just going to do this pure price analysis, price structure. So I'm anchoring the beginning of my horizontal line right here. It's a dotted line today, guys. We're getting a dotted line for support. I don't like that. It's not firm enough. Don't you think, Aaron? Don't you think we need a solid line for support? And give it the blue is a calming color. I find support calming. So let's make that line blue. That is our low. SXC has found its bottom. Had a beautiful swing up, and then has come back down to find its bottom. Now it's time to grab some of that upside, baby. Because what we have here, my friends, is a double bottom reversal in the making. So we're looking at Suncoat, SXC. Let's try to make some money on it.
Let's do it.
All right. Let me delete these arrows, delete the arrows. You guys already know how to do this. Number one thing that I'm going to do right now is box in this situation. So I'm going to turn on, I'm going to try a little hack here. So normally I like to find where, let me go to weekly too, so I can get a better idea of where the middle of my W is. It's very clearly here. This is very clearly the peak of our double bottom on the weekly chart for SXC. Now I'm going to use my pivot points and see if they give me a better idea of where the meat of the trading is. And pivot points, if you guys don't know, pivot points are calculated by taking the average of the open, high, close, and low. A little lesson on pivot points, guys. They're not just magic, although they might seem like it. This is where you should need to be looking. So these lines I'm about to show you on my chart, the golden lines are, the P is the pivot, is calculated from the high, the low, and the close, divided by 3. You can also change the settings of your pivot points if you're using a charting tool to match this different formula, which just brings in more aspects of a candle. I'm going to change the song, turn the volume down, turn off repeat. We'll just do that like that. So that's enough of that intro song. And then not only do you your pivot point, which is like your middle, you get resistance levels above it and support levels below it, which are calculated using these formulae below. Screenshot it if you're a nerd. If you're cool, you like to hang loose, just try it out. Just turn it on your charting tool. And you'll see that we have this P here, which is hard to see because the candles are on it. That's the middle, that's the pivot, and then the resistance line's going up and the support line's going down. So we can see right here is what I would call the meat of the trading. This is what the resistance line that we call the meat of the trading. So I'm just going to draw a line here. And the idea here is I'm trying to box in a double bottom reversal pattern so that we can get some serious upside on this bad lab. So I'm going to draw a line here and just make it kind of faint because I'm going to do some additional stuff to try to find the best way to box in this pattern so that I can find the best entry points, the best exit points, and get an idea of what my profit potential will be on SXC. So we're looking at coal, and guys, you guys are gonna throw a bunch of other. Is it but someone said it's locomotive? Is that really locomotive? I don't know. Guys, yeah, Tesla, yeah, electric vehicles have failed. It's going to be trains are the future. Trains are the future. Coal-powered trains are the future. I told my brother to stop his computer science and engineering degree, throw that out, and just go to the local train station with a shovel and say, "I need a job." So I told him to do that today. We'll hear back from him today. Shout out to Derek Dantes, my younger brother.
Kind of embarrassing.
Is now the most appropriate time?
It's kind of on topic.
Okay, go ahead.
I was like embarrassingly old when I found out when people said like, "Oh, I'm going to college to become an engineer." They weren't talking about being like a train engineer. I was like, why do so many people like? Why do you even need to go to college to drive a train? And then I found out that there's a whole other side of engineering.
I'm glad that you found out.
Yeah, me too.
And thank you for sharing. I want to say seriously, Aaron, thank you for sharing. I mean it. All right. So now the next thing that I'm going to do, now that I've found, I'm on the monthly now, it's so much easier to see this. I found the meat of my trading using that resistance line. And then look, when I switched to monthly, you can see that that's where a wick topped out. And then a wick just got a little bit higher than that. This stuff up here, we call that ass cleavage. That's where when you're trying to fix something, you're trying to help out someone. I don't know if it's your significant other or maybe you're visiting your mom and you're trying to help out by fixing something. And then a little bit of your butt crack comes out and they start laughing at you. And then it distracts you from trying to help and do a good deed. And then it makes you not want to do it again. Because then everyone's telling stories about how your butt crack came out when you're trying to fix the plumbing under the sink with your phone because you don't really know how to do it and you're just following a YouTube video. So at any rate, we're going to ignore the little butt crack. We're more mature than that here and get technical. Let me bring this down a little bit.
We're very mature. We know what engineers do.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to get a ray tool and I'm going to anchor the top of my ray at the highest point on this monthly candle. All right. And then you got 2 anchors on this baby, and I'm going to hold down control so it magnetizes to a point here on the chart, and bada boom, bada bing, I got the high point from where our uptrend pivoted down into a downtrend, and then I've got the ass cleavage here, and then we can see that right now for the month the body is staying above that level. Aggressive traders can use this as a breakout point. I learned that like recently, like within the past like 4 months, I would say. What I used to do was the very traditional conservative thing, which was, whoops, not you. I'm not using Photoshop. What I used to do was get this young rectangle and then box in my W, my double bottom. W is French for W, I think. And then I would wait for a solid green candle close. Bear in mind, we're still on the monthly chart. We'll get down to the daily in a minute and wait for a solid close above that before entering, leaving behind all this good. So we're not going to leave behind the good today. We got this pattern locked in. What we know is that on a solid break above this sloping line of resistance, we can target the neckline of our double bottom. We can target the neckline. Something to keep in mind also is that with all double bottoms, you have what some call the muddy trench. The muddy trench is directly in the middle of this rectangle that we created. So you want to bisect, word of the day, bisect. We're not doing volume right now. What's the volume? We're leaving it out on purpose, just so we can focus on the price structure. And then I'll bring the volume in for once we get down to the daily. We're going to bisect this rectangle vertically. So I'm going to take my ruler tool and I'm going to bring it down like this to find the exact center. And then I'm going to put a line in at the exact center. And we can see that we're getting that as resistance on our double bottom pattern, ladies and gentlemen, often resistance. So if you were a super aggressive trader, what you could have done, if I get my paintbrush out, is seeing it that we were starting to get the bounce and then targeted that bisection point, that middle point. The next thing that you do after that is wait for the breakout above that incongruence or confluence, whatever the hell you want to say, with this sloping line of resistance as a breakout point, and then start targeting the neckline, as I said. And then after that, what you want to do, get that ruler tool out, and we're measuring from the absolute support, the absolute bottom of our double bottom, all the way up to the neckline, and then drawing a line there. This is why these things rule. And then saying, upon a breakout, a solid break above this, maybe it tests it and confirms that it is support. We're going all the way, baby. All the way. So this is SXC. Coking coal is the industry we're looking at. The subsector we're looking at, coking coal. This is just the first example. Now let's get down to the daily and let's pull up some volume. So I got my RSI kind of thick with 2 C's. Let me reduce that. Do it like that. There we go. Okay, and the volume is like super small. I'll do everyone in this world a favor and make this a little bit bigger. Why is it like this? Maybe it's just the time frame I'm looking at. I want to make it chunkier though. Oh well. Let's just zoom in here and look at where we are today. What's happening here? We are above that line that I mentioned, and take a look at what I've done. Look at what I have done. That line is serving as a sloping line of support. Ladies and gents. Boop, boop. Sloping line of support. So now we want to see, in my eyes, we want to see a break above this line here. So let's go ahead and make this line official. This is the midpoint. Let's make it fully opaque official. All right. Welcome to the family. You're all right. You can date my daughter. Midline on the W. So yeah, what I'm watching for is a break above this midpoint for a mean entry, getting us something like, I'm going to go a little bit above the midpoint because I want to see like a 1 or 2% green candle body close at the end of the day, 3:45 Eastern, Detroit time, New York time, whatever. So I have 15 minutes at the end of the day to open all my positions. For that 70% gain potential. Give us a like if you like gaining 70% on your swing trades. Drop a like. Aaron, go on your personal account and then your sister's account and like the video twice, like we talked about. By the way, guys, who was here? Guys, smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't. But who was here the other day for the mustache, for the handlebar mustache edition of Get Technical? Give us a 1 in chat if you were here for the handlebar mustaches. I'll let chat catch up with that. So here's the move on this. I'm just going to outline this trade. We're going to get this thing. DK was there. Good. I hope, DK, hopefully we inspired you to just, I mean, here's the trick is you watch a bunch of watch the Rambo series, get the VHS box set of all the Rambo movies, and then you buy Rogaine from Walmart and just rub it on at night. Oh, I can hear the gristle when you did that.
I'm a growing boy. What can I say?
Yeah, everyone, please open up a second Gmail account so you can like this video twice. We are here to hack YouTube. Thanks, guys. So producer AB, tell everyone the story about why you did the mustache and how you did it. And while producer AB is doing that, I'm setting up the trades with stop loss here.
I did the mustache in part because I wanted to stand in solidarity with Neil, my wonderful host. But also it was a slight punishment.
Why was that? Why were you being punished?
So I hadn't had the stream set up. So if we went to the YouTube and you looked at upcoming live streams, it showed, Power Hour, Biotech Buzz, Crypto Show, After Hours. But nowhere to be seen was Little Good Technical. And, I know that doesn't sit right with the Get Technical army, with the Rat Pack out there, Rat Army. And, at the end of the day, that falls on no one other than myself. And so we found fit the only reasonable way to, remedy that was that I had to hop on the stream in a mustache. So now when we get to the logistics,
well, more specifically, it was I asked you, like, how are we going to make this right? And the best way to make it right was, look, you're going to have to get a marker and draw a mustache above your lips, and it has to be a handlebar mustache. And you said, I think I only have permanent markers. And
Yes.
then I was just silent after that.
So I
matter.
got to the point where it was ready to come through, to come to fruition, my punishment, and I had options, limited options at my house. I was like, is it Sharpie that I won't be able to get off for days? Or, and this has to stay between us because otherwise my sister will get really mad at me. I found some dark makeup. I think it was mascara, maybe. And I used that because at least I was like, hey, I can get this off. And, Andre, I already got the unibrow. I'm not going to get that up close, but trust me, that's already there. And so, yeah, it was done with makeup that luckily I was able to remove after the fact. But, yeah, she would not be happy. And then I realized also it was kind of gross. Like if she was like putting that thing on her eye and then I put it like on, it's like that probably isn't very sanitary.
You got chicken wing residue on the upper lip.
Yeah,
you can't have your sister with chicken wing.
No, should I just throw it? I should probably just throw that away, right? And be like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I like the idea of her going to urgent care and you being the only one that knows why she's there.
Yeah, they're like, we've never seen this before in all my medical years.
We sent this to a lab and the tests were showing chicken residue.
Next thing you know, there's a class action lawsuit against Revlon, the makeup company,
for chicken grease. And
I'm just sitting here like I don't know what's going on.
Weird. I don't know.
Beyond me.
Oh god, yeah. I hope your sister doesn't go blind from the chicken grease. I really do. All right, guys. I just drew a trade. This is what I want to happen. If this thing does what it's supposed to do, everyone smash the like button and then yell at your screen. Yell at SXC like what's his name? Who's the guy that said do it?
Shia LaBeouf.
Like Shia LaBeouf.
He said
not a great guy. I don't like the guy. Not a great guy. I can't spell anything. I'm stupid as hell. Yell at your pull up the ticker, chart it out, and look at your screen and give it one of these.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
All right, that's enough, Shia.
Shout out the Rat Tail, though.
Shout out, yeah. Shout out Rat Tail. Here's the thing: independently of Shia LaBeouf,
the Rat Tail's fucking sweet.
The Rat Tail's fucking sweet. Yeah, Shia. Yeah, that's enough about Shia. At any rate, you guys know what to do. Let's look at a couple more. Check my list. There's no coking coal ETF. I just like these 3 stocks that I have in here, but I added a bunch of telecom that's kind of messing it up.
Dog with a toupee said he was yelling at the chart and it did the other thing. You might not be, maybe try some gentle encouragement if the yelling wasn't working.
Yeah, as an alternative, definitely do words of affirmation.
Yeah. Maybe some gifts, maybe some sacrifices.
I mean, you really have to know your stock's love language. The quiz, it doesn't take that long. It's like 26 questions.
Yeah. And then you've got physical touch, gifts, words of affirmation.
Touch your stocks.
Yeah.
Spend quality time with your stocks.
Listen to your stocks.
At the end of the day, guys, it takes 2 to make this work. Finding adventure. Coca-Cola is for steel production. I don't know why y'all talking trains. We're just here to find good stock before everyone else.
Or before other people.
before other people do. We're here to find-
Aren't train tracks made from steel? So by proxy, coking coal goes into the production of train.
Hey, finding adventure. I think that producer AB just checkmated you.
I'm
Think
also always
about
down.
it.
I'm also always down to find adventures though. So if you've got any lined up, let me know.
Ramico. Let's take a look. Actually, I can do this, guys. Guys, do you want me to keep going through my picks, or do you guys have picks you want to look at? Karen, so impressed you know the love languages. You've got to. You can't be successful in any partnership without knowing the love languages.
Wait, you use them in real life? I just use them for stocks.
Oh, they work on people too.
Oh.
But so does the Shia LaBeouf thing too. That's what I use for most of my staff at Benzinga.
Oh.
I like flex in front of them and yell at them. The telecom ETF, Miles, dog with toupee, fellow member of the Illuminati, XLK, telecom. Wait, no, XLK is just tech. What the hell is what is the X? There's so many. What is it? XL. I know it's XL. What is the telecom ETF? Hit me with that Spider Telecom. I can Google it. I'm a big boy.
We've got Vox, which is a Vanguard one.
Yeah, we can look at that one too. But XTL is the one that I have all marked up. I tweeted this one earlier. All right, so guys, anatomy of a bull pennant. I did this earlier today. So this is the Telecom Spider Series ETF, telecommunications. It's got like Motorola in it. All right. And also ding, ding, ding. Check your bingo card for the thing behind the thing. Oh, Miles, you didn't even know I posted it. Yeah, I put this on. Everyone, do yourself a favor. Follow Neil's tweets. NEAL. Neil's tweets on Twitter. And I post all kinds of helpful stuff. Relationship advice. Words of affirmation, and occasionally some stuff about stocks. At any rate, this is a bull pennant, guys. What's a bull pennant? It's when you have an upward trend followed by price that has some swing highs that turn into higher lows, but also lower highs. And you can see that this kind of starts to make something that if I were to put my resistance line above it and my support line below it, that looks like a triangle. Looks like this, right? So that's what the price is doing here. So that is a pennant. You can also have flags where if you have the same levels, but we're looking at pennants. These are like the best patterns. When you find pennants, A+. Very, very high likelihood of going in the direction you want them to. Bull pennants just rule. Ask anybody. I don't care who they are. Actually, there probably are some cult-like people on the internet that would be like, no, you don't need those. At any rate, bull pennants rule. Now let's go into the anatomy of the bull pennant. First and foremost, you have that wedge shape that I drew. So we have that here. The top line is your resistance, which I've drawn in orange. The bottom line is your support. Now, when you bring those two lines together, you want to make them meet. Where they meet is called the apex. Very important. That will come in later. Yeah, I'm looking at daily. This worked. I did it on weekly earlier. Let's just do this to keep like fewer things on the screen. It's busy. Now, a pennant doesn't matter. No pattern matters until you actually break out of the resistance, because all of these patterns are setting you up to capture a breakout. So we're looking at this candle right here, and we're yelling at it. Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, XTL.
Just freaking do it.
And if it does it, then we have a confirmed bull pennant pattern with a continuation to the upside. Now, how high is that upside? How do we set that? You can see here that I've set up my trades with my targets and my stop losses. The whole enchilada is all the way up here. So it's like a 30% kind of thing. But this is a sector ETF. So if you want more volatility with higher rates, you find the holdings in the ETF, and you set your and you find the holdings in the ETF, and you pick the ones that have good patterns, and you set up trades within those. This is a conservative way to do it. Top-down analysis. Find the sectors that have strength, and then trade stocks within. At any rate, we've got our support line, our resistance line, our apex, where those two lines meet. Now we need to figure out what is our price target. So we enter upon a breakout above support, and then our first price target is the measured move. The measured move is the distance or the difference from this high and this low. So you can literally subtract the high of this candle, or I'm sorry, subtract the low of this candle from the high of this candle. And that difference gives you,
Hey,
gives
Neil,
you, yeah, what's up, dude?
I'm gonna need a second. My mom's calling me.
All right.
I don't know what I did.
Do we have a guest today?
No, it's Friday Fun Day. Chat
Oh,
runs
it's-
the show.
Friday Fun Day, chat runs the show. All right, cool. Too easy. Not going to do it. All right. So the difference from between the high and the low, you can just use a drawing tool to do that. You don't have to take your calculator out, but if you want to get it absolutely to the tick, you can do the math. But I have that measure and move here, embodying this pink line. You add that to the breakout point. So if the breakout point does happen today, if I'm looking at the daily and I get a solid green candle body close above this support resistance line, I'm entering at the close, and then shooting for this level up here, which is the measure move added to the breakout point. And you can see I've got the formula right here: breakout level plus swing high of pennant minus swing low. That's the measured move. So that's number one. Number two, the aggressive cowboy target, which always resolves to the tick. Like 99% of the time resolves to the tick. Life is a roller coaster, so are stocks. It might go up and down and all around, but there will come a point where it hits a key resistance level, and it will be to a tick exactly what you expected from your pennant. It happens. A ton of stuff might happen in between, but the destination in this case is what matters, not the journey. So I'm going to delete that nonsense. Let's get that out of here. So now we're looking at the pole, or the flagpole on our pennant, which is this purple line. So when I'm doing these, I'm taking, when was the last time there was a swing low before we started our broad trend up into our pennant? This is the point I'm looking for. And I found that here on the low of this green monthly candle from November. All right. And then what I want to do is get the price difference between that low and the high, which would be the same thing that you use for your measured move, the high of my bull pennant. So you set that thing up. I've illustrated it here for you. And the very cool thing is that you use that difference, that measurement, to create your target. Now, this time, very important, instead of adding that to the breakout point, we're adding that to the apex. Remember how I said the apex was going to come in again with my foreshadowing? So make sure you're drawing your lines so they actually come together to a point, and then you're adding this to that point where they meet, and that's how you get your aggressive price target for full resolution of a bull pennant. Again, this is XTL Telecom, a sector that has had strength for the past 3 months. It's had strength since we started the show. So, okay, cool. That is XTL. And what you can do now is say, you know, XTL ETF holdings on Google. And then just go to the holding section here. And then you can look at the stocks and then see if there are some stocks that have patterns that you can recognize, volume that you like, RSI where you want it, and might set you up for some greater volatility and higher profit potential. But this is the top-down approach. We're looking at the composite of all of those stocks as an indicator of where most of them are going. So, okay, now since it is a Friday fun day, I will stop my bloviation and let you guys pull up, tell me what to look at. Cryptocurrencies or stocks, doesn't matter.
I feel terrible, Brad. He says he's right. I did not wear a jacket for him last night, but here's how I'll make it up to you. Next Thursday, not only will I wear the jacket, not only will I wear the button up or button down, but I will wear a tie as well.
Bow tie.
I don't know if I have one of those, but maybe I could hit like a Goodwill or something along those lines. Find Neil's saying yes. All right, it'll be a bow tie. Neil's saying it's a bow tie.
So there you go, guys. Tune in for Technically Options featuring Brad Weber, my favorite options trader. And you will find producer AB. The heartthrob of Benzinga's live stream, our sex symbol there wearing a bow tie. Look at him blush.
I mean, Brad, it is Friday fun day. If you want to hop on, more than welcome. I know Brad's probably watching golf right now, which is what I'd be doing if I wasn't.
He's not watching golf. He's watching Get Technical.
Well, he's probably got, multiple monitors,
Yeah, lock up your daughters, hide your wife. Producer AB is going to be wearing a bow tie.
Man, watch out, Tiny Pie.
Yeah, Trading Grounds. Yeah, he is watching golf. Brad, if you want to come on, you know how to get here. Come on, we'd love to have you. All right, so Friday fun day, guys. Give me your tickers, give me your currency pairs, give me your cryptocurrencies, whatever you want. Let's go. So we already got a few. Oh, fuel cell, of course.
You remember that like 2-month stretch when literally everything was about EVs in the stock market?
Yes, of course.
Good times.
The golden days, I call them.
There were like random companies popping up that were just called like electromechanica vehicle.
Guys, what Nikola? Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if we got any Nikola bulls in chat, give us a 1 in chat if you're a Nikola bull.
I will say I did a little screener last night where I was looking at some of the most shorted stocks where I was like trying to pick the next short squeeze, and Nikola was on there. So I was like,
I wonder why they're getting shorted.
I'd wonder as well. But I also heard a very interesting theory. You know how Elon's been, he's honestly just been doing Elon things, but some people could say he's been acting a fool, doing some things.
He's just been bloviating.
Right, he's been bloviating, but someone was like, what if because the short interest has kind of died down on Tesla because all these shorts have lost so much money over time, he's trying to increase the short volume again to make it back to when it was like it couldn't go down because it was so shorted. And now he's like
the dumbest and most obvious solution is almost always actually the case. Is Elon Musk manipulating cryptocurrencies and other stuff, and even his own stock, in order to enrich himself and make his company successful? What is the most likely answer to that? You don't want to go on record, do you?
Which is the most like? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what he would really gain from like pumping up Dogecoin to make a few extra bucks. He's already like one of the richest persons in the people in the world. I think he's just
you know what the number one thing that rich people like to do?
get attention,
Get richer.
get richer.
Come on, baby.
Do you know
Come on.
Do you know Occam's
real.
razor?
Occam's. I don't know if it's Occam or Occam's razor, but yeah, it's that's what I just used, right?
Yeah.
It's the dumbest solution when you're trying to. I don't know. I'm going to dumb it down, but it's when you're trying to deliberate between two possibilities. Is often the dumber of the two. Don't attribute Occam's razor. Let's Wikipedia lesson. Friday fun day. Occam's razor.
We're getting technical with the technical terms of.
All right, so it's the Occam's razor, guys, is the principle of parsimony, or the law of parsimony, is a problem-solving principle that entities should not be multiplied without necessity. What the? No, here it is. The simplest explanation is usually the best one. There we go. There we go.
So the one that doesn't include parsimony in it. That was ironic.
We use the one without parsimony. Good stuff. Good lesson, guys. Good lesson. Thanks for tuning in to get technical. All right, let's do the thing with our array. Let's start off with our array here. Little breakout action. So I'd be looking for any downs to hold this support. Might get a W here. I mean, it might take on fuel cells. I want to see a more clear reversal pattern that shows that it is breaking out of this downward trend on the daily. So here's how I trade. You can be fuel cell bulls, all right? Don't send me hate mail. I'm going to ignore it. For sure. Fuel cell might be the biggest stock in the history of the stock market tomorrow. But right now, as a trend trader, I see a downward trend, and I need to see some type of reversal. Either that's going to be the double bottom, that's going to be the inverted head and shoulders, that's going to be the diamond bottom, which is more rare. It could be a rounding bottom where we see that rounding in price, which this is kind of doing, but I would like to see a broader base on it, to be completely honest. But maybe this is it. We shall see. Nonetheless, I would like to see in my price structure some reversal pattern to show me that my downward trend is going to turn into an upward trend. That's how I trade. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let's delete all that. Delete all that. Let's see if some moving averages line up for it. I'll just do it. So it looks like it hit support on what is my... I got into coding, not coding, but like writing the scripts for my indicators. Is the 300 kind of holding on the 300?
You mean like
there.
you changed the colors on them?
No, asshole. I went into the source code and I added 2 lines of code to it. All right, so nothing really interesting there. Pivots. Let's turn on the pivots. Yeah, there's its support. Here's it's below its pivot. So generally, when you're looking at pivot points, if you're maintaining levels below the pivot point, which this one kind of broke above it, but then stayed below the pivot. This is each day. Or wait, no, these are not days, but this is each week, actually. No, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is each period on the pivot points. If you're staying below the pivot, you're generally in a downward trend, and it's just bearish all around. So we want to be getting above that pivot. You know what I mean? All right, let's get another stock.
Oh, look at this one. Hold on. Andre said, can you look at Vici? It was one of AB's picks and might be forming a pendant.
A what? Forming a what?
A pendant.
Yeah, we got a bull pendant. We got some parsimony. Pennant. All right. So
Andre's from Portugal, so I got.
No, I'm putting this on you. Andre's fine.
Yeah, Andre's fine.
You're the co-host of Get Tactical. By the way, we can talk about V for Vendettas. I did some additional research on how V-shaped reversals work. And
are there any other TA experts out there that, or can we coin that phrase? Can we trademark it?
V for Vendetta. Something tells me you cannot trademark V for Vendetta. I think Warner Brothers might have a problem with that. All All right, Vici on the monthly, looking good. From the history of this looks like it could be an entry month. We are super overbought. Not super, but the last time we got this overbought, it didn't take long for us to sell off pretty severely, as you can see here, this monstrous red candle. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's looking nice. Looking real nice. Impulsive move, corrective phase, impulsive move, corrective phase. So is it forming a pennant? It might be forming more of, well, let's just draw it and see what happens. Looking purely at price structure here, guys. We're in a corrective phase following a nice impulse. Looks like a nice clear trend. I'm going to turn on my linear regression. Just look at that nice little trend. It's beautiful. So let's draw our support and resistance lines here. This one.
XII brings up a good point. We might be able to find a pendant on a head and shoulders.
Because it would look like this?
No, I think he's just saying on a head and shoulders.
Oh, God, I'm so dumb. That's my head and shoulders with someone wearing a pendant. Okay. You guys are so nerding out of control. The technical analysis jokes. Oh, man.
I love it.
Oh, man. All right, so this looks like it might already be doing the breakout thing, but I'm going to... And then the third touch, I'll do like that. And then the swing low is going to start here. Whoa. This is daily. Maybe the 4 hour is going to be a little bit easier to work with on this one. So things got a little bit messy here. A little bit messy. This is really a broadening wedge to the, like, going to the downside. Which I'm not really sure if a broadening wedge going down 13. Anyone in chat? Yeah, watching those gears turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to turn this into a pennant when it's not one.
No, so, I think Andre was saying he was looking at it on the daily, maybe at a shorter time frame. Because I was looking at just on the 1 day chart, not on daily candles. Sorry, on the 1 day.
Look, don't make it hard on yourself. You got your line of resistance right here. That's it. That's all you need. You don't have to get too fancy schmancy. All right. Markets are organic. They're going to do some goofy shit outside of your perfect little patterns. This just looks like a bull flag, downward sloping bull flag to me. And that doesn't even matter. Like, seriously, a lot of times when I'm trading, I just do the upper resistance line. And then you're going to make your price target upon a green candle close above resistance. You can take the previous impulse as your pull and add it, and come see me. Y'all come see me after this breakout. Y'all come see me when this breakout, if it happens again. So this is about to close below the line, so we needed this to close above it on the daily. But y'all come see me if this doesn't hit $34.70. If it doesn't hit that as resistance. Now let's do a little thing. Turn on the pivots and see what they tell us.
In what time frame? Are we talking here in a couple weeks, month?
Whatever time frame. I don't care. Come back to the show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and come see me. So nonetheless, that is what I see there. Another thing you can do, if you're not totally sure, is use your little Fibonacci. Get your Fibonacci out, which is short for Fibonacci. We're going to do the extension tool. All right, guys. We're going to do the extension, which I'm going to anchor at this low point on this big green candle. Anchor on the high point of when our impulse turned into a corrective phase, and then bring it down to the lowest point in that corrective phase, and then set a very conservative target just like that.
So Dog with the toupee is having some volume concerns.
I feel like that's a thing for dogs with toupees. Is anytime you got a dog with toupees, you always got to watch out for the volume concerns. Yes, when you're going for a breakout, your breakout should be on exceptional volume. That doesn't mean like through the freaking roof. It just means above average. The yellow line on my chart. The yellow line on my chart is the average volume. And what we have here is buy volume, buy volume, buy volume, trending downward. So on the breakout, you're going to want to see volume that's like this. It will be exceptionally high, but that's kind of unlikely when you're trending down on buying.
Yeah, and my original thesis on it was, I mean, they have good fundamentals, and I felt like they were getting undervalued, and that was about a month ago. And they're a value play. They're a REIT, as Andre is saying, which is a real estate investment trust. And now I assume I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say some of that volume is a little bit lower because we are seeing some more strength in back in some growth, whereas a month ago everyone was looking for what value stocks you could buy. So we'll see if that volume ends up coming back in or what happens there.
Thank you for the breakdown. Yeah, REITs are great because of the dividends for sure. I don't know of any REITs that I've ever really liked for holding on to for actually making money on upward trends or momentum. I just like to hold a certain amount of REITs in my portfolio for the dividends.
Yeah, I mean the company does cool stuff, and they have some big moves with like casinos, golf courses, and all this stuff. So yeah, we had the CEO of him on Venetian Hotel in LA. Las Vegas, I think.
This is not get fundamental. This is get technical. All right. And let it not be forgotten. Dylan addressed me by my full name, first name spelled wrong, so he's gonna get a response. How do you feel about being in the middle of the day, also after Power Hour? You rock the daily 9:30 show. What are you laughing about?
Man. Just the disrespect. Just coming at you right off with the wrong name.
It's okay, Dylan.
It doesn't sit right with me.
Should what time better for get technical with Neil?
Midnight to 3 a.m.
9:30 a.m. ET or 1 o'clock p.m. ET. All right, guys, the link is in chat. Tiny Pie, get out of here with that. Guys, hit the straw poll. What time better for Get Technical with Neil? Come on, guys. Come on. And I am so much better than Luke. Get out of here with that. Text after dark. All right, so we've got sex symbol producer AB here with us. Producer AB, in your humble opinion, what's the best time for a swing trading show that leverages technical analysis to find opportunities in the market?
Well, Neil, I mean, we've got a couple different options here because, as Cameron points out, toward the close is good if you're going to be opening positions near the close, which is what I like to do. But if you're opening positions in the morning, we'll go back to 9:30.
I think 1 p.m. makes more sense, honestly. Why 2:30? Why do you want me to... You guys know I have a job besides this, right? All right, guys, that's enough of that. Let's hit one more stock before we close for the day. Saw one in here. I don't want to do another read. We already got the read in here. Shout out to Brad. Brad, a real one. Always count on Brad. God, you guys are coming at me with all these reads. Stop it.
Yeah, we need some stocks we can do some good TA on. If you don't know what TA is, you're not in the right place.
Yeah, one gives me more time to get out of bed.
That's actually true for me, at least. I
wake up at 4 or 5 every day. All right, so LTHM, because I don't like that chart that we just had here. I don't like this one either. Why? Because I don't like impulse and then down and then starts to form thing. I like impulse and then starts to form thing. So this thing I'm not really into. I gotta be just 100 with you. Gonna keep it a buck. AVNS. AVNS medical. I'm a trend trader. I want to see a trend to trade on, so I don't like that one.
Let's go to Ford. Whoa. That's a big...
So, yeah, Ford got a little aft. Let me just show you something, though.
I see what you did there.
You see what... I did that on purpose. Look. Resistance line. Impulsive move. Draw the thing. Draw it. Add it to the breakout point. Bring it up. Turn it horizontal. Shit. All right, didn't work. All right, let's delete everything on Ford. Ford has had a big candle. But what I would describe this chart as is a hot mess. So not giving me any really clear structure. So I would wait to see some sort of break above where we're at here, which is we're clearly hitting some serious resistance. Turning my pivots. Oh, nice. I mean, we're in a good space, that's for sure. Looks like we're hitting... Nope, above that. Yeah, let's just Fibonacci it. Fibonacci on the weekly. Fibonacci, please. Boom. Boom. So according to the Fibonacci, and just the fact that we had this previous all-time high, we've got resistance ahead. The pattern's not really telling me anything interesting, or that I understand at least. You might call this like a wedge, maybe. Here, let's see. Boom. I could just be bloviating. Yeah, at any rate, the move has already happened with Ford, so I'd be looking for a period of consolidation for another entry point. And with that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out, for just doing it with me and AB. My pick for the day is SXC. Let's watch this thing the way a train conductor watches the coal levels in his steam engine train. And if you guys want to see Benzinga sex symbol Aaron Breeze award-winning collarbone with the bow tie, tune in also to Technically Options with Brad Weber. And make them real uncomfortable. Big thanks to producer AB's sister for providing the mascara that made the handlebar mustache episode possible. Big thanks to everyone in chat for your picks. Guys, do we have crypto up next?
We have options with Rob Roy.
Rob Roy, if you want to see someone that knows how to use the Fibonacci tool like the way I use my finger to pick my nose, which I do multiple times every single day without even thinking about it. He's as good with Fibonacci retracements as I am with my finger picking my nose. That's saying a lot. So stick around for the Rob Roy. He is the OG. A lot to learn from him. At any rate, thank you guys for watching here on this Friday. Have a great weekend. This has been the Friday edition of Get Technical. With me, as always, is producer AB. I'm Neil Hamilton. Follow me at Neil's Tweets on Twitter, NEAL. And happy trading.
And don't forget to smash that like button in the face.
Thanks, guys.